presentation is to fulfill the requirement of group assignment 2 for the module Emerging Technologies and Management. Presentation such as myself, Davannendran Chandran, Nurlidia, Yong Kiet, and Khong Yong. Okay. This presentation is about pillars of TPM. But before we look into the pillars of TPM, we must first know what is TPM, how TPM works, and from what methodology the TPM pillars are built on. Okay, what is TPM? TPM stands for Total Productive Maintenance. The T for total represents all individuals in the organization working together. The P for productive refers to production of goods that meet or exceed customers' expectation. The M for maintenance refers to ensuring that the plant and equipment is in good condition at all times. Okay, in perfect world, the machines won't break down, the assembly lines won't stop, and hence the production will go on and they will be able to meet the customer's expectation, the yield which they need, the products, the quantity they need. But unfortunately, in non-perfect world, something may happen, unwanted breakdowns. So this interrupt the production schedule, and hence, if this happens, then the plant would not be able to produce the required quantity by the customers, right? So that comes into the picture. Okay, TPM is a process to use machines, equipment, its employees, and the supporting processes to maintain and improve the integrity of production and the quality of the system. So it is a comprehensive approach to achieve perfect production. So what it means by perfect production is that there is no breakdown, no small stops or slow running, no defects, and no accident. So how does TPM work? So it works in 6 stages. Firstly, Firstly is by improving the effectiveness of existing equipment. The second stage is to develop an autonomous maintenance program. The third stage is to develop a scheduled maintenance program. The fourth stage is to conduct training and develop information system. The fifth stage is to develop early asset management. So whenever there is newer equipment assets purchased, so they need to develop the program for it, right? And finally is to ensure that to continue the practice of 8 pillars of TPM, right? The total 8 of them. So the TPM pillars are built on the based on 5S methodology. So the 5S methodology is referring to 5 Japanese words. So firstly is seiri, which means organize. It means to eliminate disturbance from workplace. The second Japanese word is seiton, which means orderliness. So this refers to ensure order by following a place for everything. The third word is seiso, which means cleanliness. So to ensure that the workspace is clean and to maintain it at all times. The fourth one is seiketsu, which means standardize, to standardize all the work processes. And finally, shitsuke, it means sustain, to constantly reinforce the first 4 steps. So the 8 pillars of TPM focuses on proactive and preventive techniques to help in improving equipment reliability. What are TPM pillars? So there are 8 TPM pillars as I've highlighted earlier. So the first one is autonomous maintenance. The second pillar is planned maintenance. The third pillar is quality maintenance. The fourth pillar is focused improvement. The fifth pillar is early equipment maintenance. The sixth pillar is education and training. The seventh pillar is health, safety, and environment. And finally, the eighth pillar is TPM in office function. So I would be explaining the first two pillars. Then it would be followed by Lydia to explain the third and fourth, followed by Junyong, and then finally. Okay, so the first pillar is autonomous maintenance. So what it means by autonomous maintenance, it means that it shows that your operators are fully trained, that the operators are trained to carry out routine maintenance such as cleaning, lubricating. So through this, you are making the operators responsible towards the equipment. So what are the expected outcome when you apply the first pillar? So this gives the operator greater ownership of their equipment. They are responsible. Secondly, it ensures the equipment is well cleaned and lubricated because the operators are taking ownership, you see, so they will make sure it is well cleaned and lubricated. Thirdly, since they are doing this cleaning, lubricating, and inspecting process, they also would be able to identify any unusual sounds or vibrations. So this would help to identify the down or fails, right? And so when you do this autonomous maintenance, it also frees up the engineers to concentrate in the higher level maintenance activities. Example of autonomous maintenance is if you see pumps needs to be lubricated depending on the piping plan. So as you can see from over here, this is a piping plan API 54, and you can see there is a separate external source where the liquid is being pumped to the system, right? So the trained operators would replace the lubricant based on a schedule. So they will be given a schedule to replace the lubricant. So when they are replacing the lubricant, the next thing they will do is they will also perform a vibration test using vibro tester. So if they detect any unusual vibration level, so this could give an indication that the bearing is beginning to heal, right? So through this, the unwanted downtime due to pump failure could be avoided, and this could also ensure that the pump's lifespan is not shortened. You can use the pump to its design lifespan, right? So the second pillar is planned maintenance. So what it means is it involves studying the matrix such as the failure rates and the historical downtime. From there, you schedule the maintenance tasks based on the studied predictive or measured failure rate. So this is in contrast to the reactive maintenance. So reactive maintenance means when something has failed, then you respond to it, then you go and fix it. So planned maintenance means you have already predict that, okay, based on the historical record, okay, this system needs to be overhauled, need to be repaired or something. You will have a timeline when you need to do that. So what are the expected outcomes from this is that it significantly reduce the instances of unplanned stop times, right? Right. So this is very critical because you do not want the plant to stop when needed to run, right? So you would be able to prevent this sort of unwanted circumstance. It also enables most maintenance to be carried when it is scheduled for not running. So for example, this is like when turnaround or shutdown activities take place. So you have already had a planned shutdown or turnaround, and during that time, go and do all the maintenance of the equipment. And then this also reduces the inventory through better control of wear prone and failure prone parts. Okay, so the example is that, so in the chemical manufacturing plant, so you usually come across pressure vessels. So an example of pressure vessel, as you can see at the bottom here. So they are used for reactors, heat exchangers, separators, production of certain types of acid. Polymerization could form in the vessel, and this could cause adversely affect the production yield as well as the quality of the product. So based thought which the engineer has, right? They would be able to study the data of polymerization in the vessel, and then using the data, the engineer, or for example, the reliability engineer, or the optimize and shorten the required duration for the maintenance work. So to remove the when you do this planned maintenance, so you could it would result in more frequent shutdown, but it is planned instead of unplanned. So you would prefer it to be planned because you know that okay, we are going to shut down at this particular time, and what are the activities we're going to do. And once the process is completed, you are able to ramp up the plant again, and you could continue producing the product. This is in contrast to when while you're running the plant and suddenly you have to shut down because of polymer buildup and so on. Okay, so next for the third pillar will be presented by Lydia.
Hi and hello everyone. My name is Lydia from Group 4. First of all, thank you my colleague Dave presented about the TPM pillar introduction and TPM pillar 1 and 2. So I will continue to brief on the TPM pillar 3 and 4. So the key of the TPM pillar 3 is about the quality maintenance. This TPM pillar addresses the issue of the quality by ensuring equipment can detect and prevent errors during the production working. So by having this TPM pillar, it increase the habit of finding the root cause of the problems instead of we directly rectify the defects of the equipment. So from this TPM pillar, it can be done through the structured problem solving tools such as 5 whys and Ishikawa diagram. How it can help? It can determine and eliminate the root cause of the quality defects, because if we directly find the solutions to rectify the problems or defects, maybe the problems can be occurred in the future. So it can with so many things like the with our the manpowers to rectify the problems, uh, can the cost will be become uh, we need to spend a lot of money to rectify the problems. So instead of we just directly rectify the defects, so we can structure the problem solving by by identify the root cause of the defects. So by detecting the errors, processes become more reliable to produce the right specifications at the first time, and this can reduce the cost of the poor quality. So this quality aspect is very important for the maintenance, because it helps in preventing defect from moving down the equipment in the process lines, and also can reduce a lot of rework. So by using the structured problem solving tools, it can proactively detecting the source of errors and defects. Okay. So one of the under this quality maintenance, there is uh, popular cycle, which is PDCA cycles. What is PDCA cycles? Okay, you can see from the diagram, the at the right side. So the cycle is plan, do, check, and act cycles. This is the cycle is one of the most popular tools that to achieve the continuous improvement, that originally designed as a quality control method. So from this PDCA cycles, it can be used to establish the new codes and processes by plan. We can plan the new course, the new course of the new course, and then we already set up the goals, and then we can perform, or we can do the run test through the plan that we have set up at the first place. After that, after we run a test, then we compare the output or the result with the goals that we have set at the first place. From that, we can, if the new plan can improve the performance, and then we can implement it. We can implement by, we can say that, acting, do something from the new processes or new course, or the root cause that we had identified at the first place. Okay. What is the advantages from this TPM3 quality maintenance? What is the advantages of this TPM pillar 3? So the advantages are, like, we can minimize or eliminate the defects, as well as we can reduce the cost of this poor quality. It also can prevent the defected products from moving down the line, so we can save our line, we can save our process from the equipment breakdown or overhaul, something like that. Then also the quality maintenance can produce the products with the right specifications as per our requirements. Okay, from here you can see the diagram, two diagrams. This is the sample of the root cause analysis diagram, which first of all we need to identify the root cause, and then perform the corrective actions, monitor the system that we have previously. Then from that we can identify the problem, define the problem, understand the problem, and then we can get what is the main cause of the problems. So from that we can tackle the cause of the problems, so we can reduce the poor quality of the maintenance. And then at the right side is the sample of the Ishikawa diagram, which at the top or at the bottom of the line is the main cause, and then at the center of the lines is the sub cause. So we identify the main cause of the defects, and then we identify the sub cause of the defects to find the root cause of the problems. So from that we can tackle the root cause of the problem, and then we can ensure the quality of the equipments. Okay, I move to the TPM pillar 4, which is focus improvement or Kobizu Kaizen. So this Kaizen is a continuous improvement process that helps organizations to improve the quality and productivity by identifying, analyzing, eliminating, and non-value adding activities. From this focus improvement, we need to develop a team, or we can call it the cross-functional teams, with people in various departments or functions of the company. So why we need to have the collaboration team from the various departments or functions? Because by having this, we can get the information, or we can get the many points of view, many view of angles of the problems, like example like as if we are in from engineering team, so we only can see, maybe we can only can see the point of the view, the problems view from the engineering side only. But if we gather the informations, we gather the information from the other sections like process management and so on, so we can it's easier for us to identify or to analyze the problems. So these teams so the teams uh, what the teams the problems that issues related to the equipment can be identified and can be improved in this Kaizen event. So during the events, the all the team members can set the current state as a baseline performance measure on which they will compare any future performance after the improvement. Okay, so this team can continuously investigate, test and implement the plan that these teams already set. Okay. So what is the strategy that falls under this focus improvement? So the teams must be work together and come up with the analysis of the root cause of the problems and implement the solution. So this guidance can help by recurring problems are identified and resolved by these teams, by these cross-functional teams, and then can combines the collective talents of the company to create an engine for the continuous improvement by the diversifying the team members can allows for the identification of recurring problems through cross functional brainstorming. Okay, so this focus improvement also can help uh, can can contribute on the total productive maintenance. Okay, that's all from me. So I will pass to my colleague. Thank you.
Thanks, Lydia. Hi, guys. I'm Yong, and I'm going to continue the presentation with pillar number 5, early equipment maintenance. So we know that productivity is vital for a company because it is the main source of income for a company. So company earn the money from the production. So we have to make sure that the company is always running by minimizing the breakdown time. Hence, maintenance, both reactive and also preventive maintenance, become very important. So to achieve minimal breakdown time, maintenance experience from the workers become invaluable because we know that experience is the teacher for all things. From the workers' experience, we can we can improve the maintenance, for example, like SOP and also the equipment by developing a new equipment or products. Most importantly, we must consider the operating experience from the staff who will be using the equipment as well, because they are the one who are going to spend most of their time with the machines. For example, like cleaning job, inspection job, lubrication job, and also parts replacement. By developing a good equipment or product, there will be a huge positive impact on profitability by reducing maintenance costs and also maintenance period. From there, we can also save the labor cost by reducing from maintenance period. Besides that, we're able to eliminate unnecessary potential losses from breakdown time as well to maximize the production time. Next, I'm going to continue pillar number 6, education and training. Human resource is very important for a company, as the development of a company fully rely on its workers. Hence, to achieve a perfect TPM, knowledgeable and skilled workers are required. Hence, education and training plays a very important role to hit the goal. This is not only for certain level of employee like executive level, but for all level from operators to managerial level. For example, a well-trained operator could maneuver the machine nicely with minimal breakdown. So a skilled maintenance worker could repair a broken machine to run it back in the shortest time. Whereas a knowledgeable manager could provide coaching programs to their workers and also leading the company to the correct path. Most importantly, technology nowadays is evolving very fast, and especially in this fourth industrial revolution. Hence, continuous training is significant as we have to upgrade ourselves from time to time. So I'll pass the presentation to my colleague.
I'm going to talk about health, safety, and environment. In the manufacturing industry, total productive maintenance is a very effective tool, especially for improving product quality, productivity, as well as the safety of the employees. HSC pillar of the TPN is to ensure all the workers being promoted with safe environment and excellent well-being. There is two ways in the maintenance that influence the safety and health of the worker. First, the regular maintenance that correctly planned or being carried out is essential to keep both machine and also work environment safe and reliable. Second, maintenance itself have to be performed in a safe way. Appropriate protection of maintenance workers and others who present in the workplace. In order to produce a value for customer in productive manner, this should be done in a way that doesn't put a risk to the safety of the worker. All the solutions that put in the place should consider the well-being of the workers. The figure on our right-hand side that we can see for the first is industrial safety, which means to create the safe working environment and also protecting our employees at the workplace, followed by the environmental management, enable us to manage and improve our environmental performance, reduce the impact. And the third is health and well-being. This is to keeping the people well at the work, managing the risk that could give rise to work-related illness. And last is about the nuclear safety. Is to enhance the nuclear and also radiological safety by ensuring the health, environmental, and quality requirements that are not considered separately from safety. It also enables our customer to ensure safe operation, prevent accident consequences, and also fulfill the regulatory requirement. When the worker is working in the safe environment, they will have a good attitude, which eventually have a high productivity in the workplace. This all because of the injuries or fatalities decrease due to the concerted effort to make the workplace an accident-free environment. The cross-function team works towards making machine safely to use by operators. By putting in place the guards, work standards, use of PPE, and also the first aid kit. This pillar is basically aimed to improve safety of machine so as to have more productive workforce. Next, I'm going to talk about TPN in office function. Taking TPN to the administrative function is the next logical step in the total productive maintenance program. All the personnel should understand and apply principle of lean in their own operation. They will enable them to focus more on their works which is provide efficient service to main value creating process. It's also a spread initiative to other functions, which remove the silo mentality and encourage horizontal cooperation within the workforce. The silo mentality here means it's a reluctance to share information with employees of different divisions in the same company. All the workers should be understanding of principle for TPM for the benefit of organization. This pillar also apply as a standalone techniques, which improve the efficiency of supportive functions. For example, if administrative functions able to improve order processing procedures, material will get to the shop floor in a correct manner, which will eventually bring the positive effect on the workflow. And when a supplier get paid on time, they might able to provide a service that have been contracted without any problem. It's very vital to note that each of these role is in greater sync of the things and should be employed at the appropriate timing. As in the figure, we can see all the document we should keep in the file, or we call it as a tray system. At the upper part, we should put the post or circulars that have just come in. And the second tray, we might put all the job that we cannot deal with immediately. The item cannot be filed away because we are waiting for the reply. And the last tray, we might put the finished job that ready to be submitted. And here is our conclusion. There are total 8 pillars. None of them is disregards to achieve maximum integrity of production and quality of system. The TPN is to aim at zero breakdown. Mean time between failures to be minimized. The mean time to repair brought down by the breakdown maintenance efficiency. It also includes the preventive and predictive maintenance that should be planned and well implemented. All the level of organization involved in the program should do their responsibility, which eventually will bring the high rate of return from what is invested may be expected. Not only the industrial plant we should include, but also in the construction, building maintenance, and also transportation. Thank you.